I'm Kayla.
And I'm Noah.
And we're the A-Team. And we are coming from a very rainy Galicia right now. That's why we're so cozy. This video is really late because life has been busy. January was really busy. So we're gonna go a little fast, but this is what we did in January. The very first day of January, we got our TAs finally. And we explored Portugal a little bit. There was this big, cool fortress. That was nice, yeah.
It was built in the 7th century by the Autonomous Kingdom that was there. So the fortress itself is like over 1,000 years old. Very cool. And there's like a little city on top of it now. It's all just like restaurants and shopping centers.
Yeah. We also went to a furancho that night. A furancho is a special type of restaurant that exists in Galicia. They're only open for 3 months per year, and everything in the restaurant is obtained by the family. So they fish the fish, they harvest everything else.
The grapes for the wine.
The grapes for the wine, right?
The meat.
They harvest the meat, the grapes, everything is something that they personally have gotten from their farm or from fishing. So it was really cool. It was the very first time that we had tried, what was the big crab? Oh, centollo! Centollo, that's what it is.
There we go.
Centollo. And it was really cool looking. I was not a big fan of, like...
It was very fishy.
They had taken off the head and kind of mixed up all the guts, and it was a little yellow, and it was kind of fishy. But everything else was really good. Next, we got our rental car, and we went to Fisterra, which is the end of the world. And it did feel like the end of the world. It was
just really windy, and it was really crazy. Like, if there's no clouds, then you can see way out, and it's like a beautiful view, like a sharp cliff, like going into the ocean.
However,
but this day it was rainy.
There were clouds.
There were clouds, lots of rain, and lots of wind. It felt kind of like when we went outside during the hurricane that hit Houston back in August.
Oh, it did feel like
felt
that.
very similar.
Yeah, so. lots of craziness, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, actually. And then we made the rest of our drive to A Coruña, where we spent kind of the holiday season with my family. The Spaniards tend to celebrate closer to Three Kings Day, so we were celebrating that. But before that, we saw another smaller fortress. We saw the lighthouse and the statues. That was cool. They didn't let us go up in the lighthouse because of some wind.
Yeah, it was really windy there.
But it was beautiful, as always. And our two highlights, one of them was the beer museum, and the other was the Three Kings Parade. So do you want to talk about the beer museum?
Yeah, so the company is Estrella Galicia. And you can find like their beer in the States as like an import. But their thing is that like all of their stuff comes from Galicia. Mm-hmm. And it's just very popular from here, and it's known across Spain for that. But it was really cool and interesting museum to be able to go in and see, and it was nice.
I know. I was interested in it, and I'm not that big of a fan of the beer, but you just kind of went through the whole process of how the beer is made, and at the end, they gave you like a free pint of beer, and what did I get? A red? I think I got the red, and I drank all of it, and I was not feeling good. Don't do alcohol, kids. And then it was Three Kings Day, and our hotel was so super fancy, by the way. They gave us like little Three Kings cake, and we got to go to the parade in the afternoon or the evening. And let me tell you, that was the best parade I've ever been to.
The parade was interesting. People tell you to like bring an umbrella and hold it upside down. Mm-hmm. And there was a group of teenagers behind us that was like they were basically like messing with different people. Like at one point, I think they unwrapped candy and threw it at me, and it's all like this little sticky candy. So that sucked. And they also there was a Burger King right behind us, and they put Burger King trash in one of our umbrellas without us noticing.
But that's the reason. So in the States, they don't throw candy in anymore. But the reason that we put the umbrella upside down was to catch the candy.
Yeah, all the candy. There's a ton of
the
candy.
Three Kings. And they actually target you if you're a bald man. We did not have a bald man with us. But Wes and Noah both had their umbrellas upside down. And all three of the kings were throwing candy. Balthazar was their favorite king. They loved him. He threw us a lot of candy. And then at the end, we got to give it to a little girl that was standing near us. And it was cute. It was really fun. So, yeah. And then I think near the end of our trip, we're kind of running out of things to do. We saw the art museum. We went to a cool park. We mostly just enjoyed spending time with my family. We played, what's the duck game?
I forgot. There's a duck game that's pretty fun. I don't know what the name
Abduction.
is. Abduction.
Abduction. Yeah, we have our own abduction now. That was one of the gifts. So Noah's really good at it. But yeah, and then we came back to Villa Garcia. We had a little bit of time here before we had to say goodbye to our family. But we'll see them again very soon. And then we were back to life as normal, then teaching, then comprehensible inputting.
Yeah.
Yeah, working on projects. And we visited one of my friends from the band who had this massive coin collection.
And he had some really old stuff. Like he had some stuff from Roman times.
Yeah, it was really cool. And he let us take home a coin. And he had a didgeridoo. And we got to play the didgeridoo. Never in my life did I think I would get to play the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
That was
I got to play the didgeridoo.
You did. You made a sound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to tell good didgeridoo from bad didgeridoo until you hear good didgeridoo, which we did. But yeah. And then I went on a hike with some friends. That was really cool. I hiked. There are kind of two mountains that are around us. I hiked. Noah has qualms with my use of the word mountain, but that's literally what they're called on the map. So, I also made pulpo for the first time. How did my pulpo taste?
It was great.
Wise answer. It was super fun to make. I'm actually doing a program called Reach the World, where I get to send videos and stories to a class in the United States. So I made them a whole video about the cooking process, which is on this channel. You should go check it out. But yeah, and another exciting thing, I finally printed my cookbook. Super exciting. There's an online version too. I can link it in the description, but these are super fun. I'm so excited to give them out.
And they're very large.
They are very large. I don't think I quite realized how large they would be. I kind of like...
But there was no middle ground.
There was no middle ground. It was either going to be like this small or this big, and I said, go big or go home. So on our final day of January, we had our first day of one of our trips. We went to Sevilla, and it was super fun. Sevilla is beautiful. The colors, it looks like a painting to me. They have these orange trees all over the place, and the oranges look so fresh and tasty.
We had just gotten there, and I was like, you know what? We're walking to go eat. I'm hungry. It was like 4. I was like, I feel like I should be able to eat these because they're just like falling on the ground. So I grabbed one, and I tore into it, and I was so happy to be able to eat this orange.
He was so happy.
So the oranges... The thing is that the oranges that they grow are sour oranges. They use them for the orange flavoring, and they process them. They're not eating oranges.
Yeah.
I didn't know such a thing existed, but I very quickly found out that such a thing existed.
And then our first night there, we went to a flamenco show, and it was so cool. I don't know, what was your favorite part of the flamenco show?
I think the guitarist was really, really good.
Yeah.
Very young.
So. Everybody moves really fast. I mean, not at all times. There's like slow parts of the songs, but like the music would move really fast, and she would like. We were kind of close to the front row, so like all of the stomping, you know, it was really like, oh man, that's loud. She's right there. But it was really cool. Very an emotional dance. Very, very interesting to see. They didn't let us take pictures in there, just to respect the artists. But no, I will remember that for a very long time.
Yeah, the one thing that I'll probably remember the most is there were 2 female dancers and 1 male dancer.
Yeah. And
the male dancer worked up a sweat.
Oh, he was sweating.
He spun with force.
He did.
So much force, and the lighting was so well that you could see the sweat fly out, and you could hear people groan as it hit them.
I know, it was a splash zone, because he had long hair.
Yeah, he had long hair, and like after a while, like it would spin and like onto his head, like stick, and like one of the singers got like hit like in the face, and she like you could like see her like make a like they were laughing about it, you know.
Yeah, they probably
it was part of it, but he did phenomenal. It was very fun.
It was beautiful, really a beautiful thing to watch. Our January was packed. What a way to start the year.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, let's see what February holds. We're already like a third through, probably. Hey, anything could happen. We got like 20 days left in February, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, thank you. Adios.